Good morning, good morning. What's going on, my people? I hope you are well. It's your boy, Mark, and MUFC fan. And sorry, guys, I'm a little bit late. You know what it is. I woke up a bit late this morning. Hope you guys are well. But it's updates coming in, guys, loud and clear, and it's looking like deals are progressing fast. Manchester United are working fast in this last week of July, guys. It's going to be very interesting. Let's see how it progresses. Manchester United set to get everything they wanted in this transfer window. And it's your boy bringing you the latest updates. When I bring it, guys, some people be questioning me, but then everyone catches on later on. So, something has to be right. We've been working really hard just to bring you guys the latest updates every single day. So, guys, stay tuned. I know some of you are watching on MUFC Readers TV, while others are watching on Mark and MUFC Fan, 2-channel co-stream. It's the network. Big up to all of you joining us. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe because it helps us grow. Every single like counts, guys. Every like you smash shares the channel around for the next possible viewer, interested fan, possible new family member to the community. Let's welcome them in. And I'm on the road to 1K, guys, so smash those likes up. But let's get right into the show, guys. It's going to be short. It's going to be snappy. Maybe I might have an interesting guest coming in. But let's start with Jadon Sancho, guys. And Paris Saint-Germain, the latest news yesterday has been confirmed today. Paris Saint-Germain are definitely in for Jadon Sancho. They've agreed personal terms. Manchester United have stated, we want 60 million euros, guys. So you know what? Guess what? The deal is going to be done. And we've always been talking about it. Everyone's been asking for updates on the current situation going on with Manuel Ugarte. Well, guys, I've got the big update for you today. This agreement on personal terms makes it easier for us to get in for Ugarte. Big up to you coming in, Ola Dele Blessing. Yes, my bro. Good morning to you. Oh, thank you so much, bro. Smash a like, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day and enjoying the updates. Big up to you, Sanjay Ramuta, coming in loud, and he's saying Glazers out, Glazers out, Glazers out. And I will be saying the same too, guys, because if you notice how we have been moving in this window, we have been robbed for the last decade in terms of what we could have been enjoying and the upgrades we could have had to our team, especially based on profile and the way we wanted to play. So, guys, let's get into the story. Let's see what's going on with Jadon Sancho. And I can tell you now that Paris Saint-Germain have reached an agreement in principle with Jadon Sancho over a move to the French capital, with Manchester United holding out for a fee of 60 million euros for the winger, higher than previously expected. Sports Zone, a French media outlet, reveals that Ligue 1 champions have agreed personal terms with the 24-year-old Englishman, but he is not their priority option. So that's going to be interesting how the twists turn. Let's see how it goes. And as you can see, this is a tweet from Sports Zone, guys. According to Prince P, entre Jadon Sancho et le Paris Saint-Germain. La glace n'est pas l'option. I can't do French too much, but, big up to you guys. Hope you enjoyed that a little bit. Yeah, man. Both of these targets are expected to prove extremely difficult to prize from their respective clubs, Serie A clubs. And I'm talking about their other two signings, which is Rafael Leao from Milan and Kivica Kvaratskhelia from Napoli. In PSG are definitely trying to get them. Those are their priority targets, but Milan does not want to sell. And Napoli wants 100 mil for this guy, but they're also in for Osimhen. So they might be needing to work on the prices on how they spend for the players. So as we are saying, both of these targets are difficult for them to acquire. The club, however, PSG also thought to be interested in Victor Osimhen, like I've been saying just now. The possibility of being able to make two major signings from the same team in the same window is very remote. So while AC Milan are keen to keep Leao at the San Siro, another player the French champions are believed to be interested in is Nico Williams, the electric winner who lit up the Euros 2024 as he helped Spain to a well-deserved victory over England in the final in Germany. However, Williams appears to only have eyes for Barcelona, who are leading the race to sign him from Club Athletic. It makes sense, therefore, why PSG have pursued a deal for Jadon Sancho as a backup option to their primary targets, given United are thought to be open to selling the former Borussia Dortmund man, but only at the right price. Sancho was banished last season, but now he has renewed interest with Erik ten Hag after apologizing as per reports, and they are moving forward. As you can see in his first two games in preseason, Jadon Sancho has looked a little bit like a man possessed. He has been performing at some really sharp levels, some glimpses of electricity, and hopefully he'll be getting better. So at the same time, he's been drawing the interest, guys. So along with members of United Executive Branch, a meeting was held with Jadon Sancho and Ten Hag, and they cleared the air. Sources proved to United's preseason tour described Sancho as having fitted back into the squad like he's never been away, portraying a happy player with a good sense of humor who's well liked by his teammates and is a positive influence. Guys, how long is this going to last? Therefore, it would take a considerable bid from PSG to prize the winger from United. United expecting that fee of 60 million euros for his departure, while being holding interest in Manuel Ugarte, guys. And while we hold interest in Manuel Ugarte, you know PSG have reported to want similarly a fee of £50 million plus maybe 5 in add-ons. It's going to be interesting because you know what? Manchester United execs are set to negotiate a fee for a swap deal, possibly. It might be going on the books in the likes of a bid. So therefore, you know, both clubs will have the benefits of having something of like the, you know, a financial windfall coming into their accounts, basically on paper, which is theoretical terms, but in the end, it would improve the FFP for both clubs going forward. Big up to Mick Ruby. Got my guest coming in, guys. Let's welcome him to the stage. And definitely, guys, don't forget, smash a like for United. Mick Ruby, good morning, my brother. Having your coffee. You're muted, bro. No one can hear you. He's doing a me. Unmute the mic, Mick.
Good morning.
Good morning, you're doing Mark. Me this morning, Mick. How you doing, bro?
You see what I have here, like, you know, freshly brewed. Smell the coffee beans go straight up my pores and wakes me up. Yeah, no, literally, I'm also freshly woken up, and you know, we did a massive stream yesterday. We covered, and yeah, I mean, everyone, good morning. What are you drinking? Pin back your ears, say cheers for Manchester United, because it looks like we're getting 3 out the door, and we're speaking about Sancho potentially. But everyone is now also saying what we say yesterday. It's going to most likely be a swap deal there, like, you know, like for like in a way, in terms of money evaluation. And I think this is most astute, my friend, because basically what we said yesterday as well. And what I think is also going to happen is because PSG, they need to sort of cash up money instead of cashing out. They're not paying anything. And we're not paying anything. We get Ugarte. They get, you know, they get Sancho. And what happens here, which is, I believe, United will be the winner, Mark, in certain ways, because we get rid of Sancho's ridiculous wages, and I think that Ugarte is going to be on lower wages. So actually, United win if it's a swap deal.
100%. It fits a swap deal. The only thing, as we know, Mick, you know, we've seen how complicated swap deals can be. But with the way they're both putting out the airs of the bid, I think it makes it a little bit easier for the clubs to be interested in the negotiation. If we could come to some mediation on valuation, both clubs tend to profit. Like I was talking about the FFP situation, you know, we would like to have some money come in, or prospectively on the books, like, you know.
I think like it's inevitable, because Ugarte have handed in the transfer request. He wants United. Sancho is willing to move as well. I think, you know, at the end of the day, it's just basically coming to terms in terms of personal terms for Sancho, right? And there is a deal in principle if you read the reports. So it can be complicated, but if both players and both clubs have the willingness to do so, that could be solved in a way, you know, and a win-win a chicken dinner in a way. So, I mean, the coach, what's his name of PSG? I keep forgetting this morning now. Help me. Who's the coach of PSG manager?
I always forget this guy's name.
Yeah, me too. Oh, anyway, let's continue. If you can help us in the VR room, we've freshly woken up, so brain hasn't really started as of yet. So basically, he said himself, like, you know, he said he was impressed in the semifinal. Luis Enrique said in a quote he was so impressed by Jadon Sancho in the semifinals, like in Champions League. So he set him as a target. So they want him. The stumbling block here is the chasing also. What's his name?
Kvaratskhelia.
And Desiree Doué. And Kvaratskhelia, that deal that's very complicated. And then you have Desiree Doué, which also Bayern wants. And we, United, we are in astute negotiation with both Bayern and PSG. So I see us being the winner. We're just sitting back here and we're just waiting it out. And this negotiation with PSG has been going on for quite a while regarding Ugarte. So we have the bargaining chip and we have something to offer, and we have somebody we want to offload as well for a decent fee. Now, of course, we were always after 40 million for Sancho, but if we have an evaluation on 60 million and they have an evaluation on 60 for Ugarte, so it's a quite straightforward deal to do, right? And I think they've been talking and negotiation behind the scenes in order to get this done. So it'll be very interesting to see how this transpires.
100%. It's going to be interesting. And when you look at the way we've been operating, Mick, the biggest factor is that Manchester United have been doing all these deals on their terms. And I know in some cases we might be seemingly paying slightly over the odds, like we did for, for Joshua Zirkzee, like we did for Leny Yoro.
Yeah,
But the main objective is that we're able to spend a little bit upfront and amortize the payments over the course of their
exactly,
contracts. So
exactly.
I feel like although it might seem like United doesn't have any money, we actually have money. We're just spending wisely. You know
Smartly,
what I mean?
yes,
So
smartly.
yeah,
So that
and
means
that's
if you have a budget in mind, I mean, the way you can sort of look at it, if you can save the money on the Sancho deal, if you can offer a little bit more for Xerxes or overpay the release clause, that means that still you don't end up spending that much on the books if you can split it up into 3 to 4 years, right? So you might end up going in this transfer window only spending 50 million, right, registered on the books. So that's pretty cool, I think. So again, there's reports coming out there's 3 players out of the door. So we always said that on the channel is that okay, we did 2 deals first. Now we're going to do 3 out and 3 more coming in, and potentially more coming in because we got 4 weeks left on the transfer window as of Friday. So I'm not worried. This is normal practice. I mean, if you look back, Mark, in terms of how we used to do under, John Murta and co, we wouldn't even be here where we were at this moment, right? We wouldn't haven't gone one deal over the line, even if we were in preseason tour. So I'm saying this big up if they get this through.
100%. 100%. And it's going to be interesting because Man United still have 2 games left on the tour. We're set to play again on Thursday afternoon. Guys, I hope you're going to be sticking with us for that because we're going to be definitely providing you with the watch along. It's going to be
Yes.
very fun. As you know, we tried to have everything ready. Yeah, we have to be quick for the lit. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. That's a
Yep.
little bit of
Delete.
information we'll be bringing to you guys shortly. Sancho, Dembele, each change. Big up,
Yeah.
100% with that. I'm going to bring in a slight report that I think a lot of people haven't picked up on yet, but it's really interesting and to see how it's going to affect the way we move in the next couple of days. And I think Mick might be able to provide some insight on this. I'm not sure if he has it yet, but sometimes I try to keep him on his toes. So guys, Victor Lindelof has been announced fit and back in training, and that should be a good news for a lot of you fans who've been wondering what is going on with Matthias de Ligt.
Yep.
Victor Lindelof has given Manchester United a boost with himself being available as Leny Yoro has been injured. But does this also not put him in the shop window, guys? And I'm thinking, looking at this prospective situation, we haven't really heard much reports on Victor Lindelof and any possible outgoing moves. But we do know that Jose Mourinho at Fenerbahce is very, very keen on rejoining with the Swede. So it's going to be interesting to see if, with him now being fit, rumors and circulations and possibly transfer talks begin for his exit moves this summer. Now, I'm going to pass the buck to Mick. Let's hear what Mick has been hearing. I know he always has his, ears to the ground. Let's see
Yeah.
what's actually going on right now.
No. Okay. Well, fair enough. And my good friend Phil Brown did actually a tweet about this yesterday as well. And Malaysians, Phil Brown, always have accurate information regarding Manchester United. So if I add this to the stage, right, it's basically saying Victor Lindelof is close to leaving Manchester United. So for me, that is bound to happen. Victor Lindelof they've been protecting, because they know there is a sale going on there. Fenerbahce potentially coming in with 5 to 10 million. And as we said, we need to get players out to get Matthias de Ligt, and Lindelof is the next in line to go, and he's back in training. Of course, it's just a shop window to display that he's still fit, but they haven't been utilizing him during the US tour. which is fair enough. You don't want him to get injured. So I wouldn't play him at all if we are in close negotiations with Fenerbahce. So that is the one to watch. And a lot of people say that he will be leaving. He will be a Fenerbahce player, like, at the end of the day. So, Mark, that's what I also believe, barring that we're going to get the Ligt over the line potentially this week as well, as we've been in astute negotiation with, Bayern Munich and, Rafaela Pimenta, the agent. So she's the agent, of course, of, who? The Ligt and who else? Are we going to get over the line, Mark?
Mazraoui.
Maserati.
Making these names, bro. Well, if
Yeah,
you call him Maserati, I definitely have to call Leny Yoro the Maybach. Being French and all, it just gives me that air of Mercedes. I like that nickname for him, but I won't really call him that because Euro is pretty cool as well. But Labo, I know I know you just saw the headline, but we're just talking about his return makes it a progressive situation where it's going to be possible for us to start moving on his exit because Lindelof was not fit, so he would not have been able to take a medical test. So now that he's back fit and in training, he's in the shop window, and we should be getting some reports very soon and a possible move to Fenerbahce. So moving on from that, guys, it's going to be interesting to see how we keep it going. I know Ashworth is definitely getting the car boot sale ready because, he's not playing any games this summer, guys. And even for my liking, guys, I was thinking more about 3 or 4 players possibly coming in this summer, but it looks like we're getting a little bit more because there's some reports that we are still in talks for Matthias de Ligt. I know some articles coming in are saying that his future is up in the air amid Manchester United interests, but at the same time, guys, I can assure you that Manchester United are still in talks as we speak currently for this player today, and they're trying to close this deal and have him and Maserati do medicals in the same day. No, normally it's scheduled hours apart, so let's see which one does their medical first. I would be putting my money on De Ligt being announced in the next 48 hours. We know there's a prospective deal agreement somewhere in the region of
yeah, it's
38 million
advanced.
pounds. And
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how we get this deal done. I know the major delay is exactly what we've been talking about and Manchester United's directions this summer and how they're going to structure their payments. So we
mm,
know that Bayern Munich wants the money up front. At the same time, because they have to complete their own incomings and outgoings as well.
yeah,
But Manchester United don't want to pay all the money up front. They want to pay a percentage down and pay over terms. So Rafael Pimenta, as Mick has been alluding to, Matthias de Ligt's agent, has been the intermediary between the clubs to get this deal over the line. Now, you
yeah.
see, she entered the talks for Mazraoui in 24 hours of Manchester United launching interest after
It's
West
moving
Ham bid
fast.
failing. So it's definitely moving fast, guys. So, I mean, I know we have all been worried about the possible ramifications of the situation and the delay in between the last 2 signings and the next prospective
Yeah,
signing. But currently, right now, Ashworth is in the USA with Blanc and they're doing the job. I know we all think that, they're on vacation, but
yeah,
it's
but it's
not
still
John
working.
Murtaugh, guys. It's
No,
not
no, they're
John
still
Murtaugh.
working. They're still working. They're still. The thing is, what you mentioned that the ball is in the courtyard of both PSG and United. United has been doing the war of attrition. They've been grinding and grinding and grinding, and these guys, as you said, they have to make quick decisions now because they're bought in players. They make commitments. So in order to do that, they need to sell their players as well. And similar situation, what we need to do. Matthias de Ligt is the one that's been brewing for very long, and we're coming down to. We put the pressure now on Bayern Munich regarding the Ligt. And it's personal terms agreed. We are saying 38 million max plus add-ons. They want to say 50 million plus plus plus. So they're not going to get it. And then the deal breaker here is, according to my opinion as well, is we're actually buying 2 players, so we might get a little bit of a good discount. So Bayern will get the money eventually, so they can move on the market. So I would see that, when Bayern moves, they also move quickly. But now that we have a resolution in place, I certainly agree that this should be happening this week. I can't see it any other way.
Yeah, I can't see it going much any other way as well myself. Seeing how the club has been operating in the last few weeks, it just gives me a little bit of confidence in how we're going to be doing. Good morning to you, Tom Charlton.
Good
Hope
morning,
you're well,
Tommy.
bro. We are having our coffee, as you can see. I was
Mm,
5 minutes late.
join
Mick
us.
couldn't help but join us again this morning. He's enjoying the morning coffee vibes as usual. Wizard, big up to you. Good morning, my bro. Why are you thinking we're screwed? We're not going for best in class in every position. You're United 11. I mean, yeah, it's a standard, but perspectively, like I've been saying, Wizard, we all have different actual outlooks on the type of player that we would want to come in certain positions.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you are huge Zubamendi fans, and I know I'm,
Ah,
prospectively interested in having Ugarte come in.
okay.
But like I said, guys, we're all united in the one goal. We want United to win.
Well, that's a very good question, which I need to validate. But you know what? Best in class, we got the best in class backroom stuff, and that's what matters. Like, in terms of the way I see it, the way we are recruitment system players. Like, of course, we're not signing the sexy shirt sellers that we used to do. So what? Matthias de Ligt, Leny Yoro on that position. We're getting the best Ugarte. I mean, if the club has identified this is our first targets, right? They can play what we want to play. Then we have to sort of agree with it and back at it because at the end of the day, we are not the recruitment, we are not the scouts. But what I'm seeing here in this transfer window, that every single player that we're having on the list, first choice, second choice, third choice, we're actually going for and putting in bids. Like we've been talking to Zubamendi, we've been talking to Ugarte, talking to De Ligt, we got Leny Yoro, we beat them over Real Madrid, and we snubbed AC Milan over Xerxes. So I would say that we are not screwed. I would say that surprised. We will be surprised. When we played Arsenal, we saw the glimpses the way we want to play. Even if some people say we lost, but actually, if you look at it, we won the whole game through the aggregate of penalties. And anyway, and yes, so I'm absolutely excited, and I can sort of agree to disagree with Wizard what you're saying there. Like Labo, Ashwood, and Blanc visiting Wendy's. BK already excited trying the new smash burger. Ooh, I like smash burger. I had one yesterday as well. It's cool. So yeah, no, it's cool. Like at the end of the day, I would see that we will see movements like three out. Aaron Wan Bissaka to West Ham seems to picking up pace because the stumbling block here is that the trump card here for De Ligt and Mazarawi to be moving is Aaron Wan Bissaka to go to West Ham, and apparently we are doing negotiations for his personal terms. So if you get 20 million for Aaron Wan Bissaka, that it's due, right? We don't pay anything in that case for Mazarawi. That's like 20 million, and then we just pay 38 million for the Ligt. Can I see the light? The light.
Is that we don't say can I see the light, Mick? The slogan is give me the light.
Give me
Like
the light,
Sean Paul.
Jean
You kind
Paul.
of
Yeah,
look like Sean Paul with that haircut you have there already. If you take
yeah,
out
I
the
heard
bully
that
for shades,
yesterday.
it'd be like,
Appreciate that.
yo,
Give me the light.
yo. But big up to Chow Ryan coming in and especially give Stephanie Griffith as well. And she's
Oh,
saying
big up,
that Bayern
Stephanie.
really undersells their player. That's 100% true. Living in Germany, I can tell you these guys are penny pinchers galore. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But I'm thinking about if you look at the prospective deal that's happening, like Mick has been saying, Steph, that we're taking two players off their books, two players that they really don't want.
massive.
We're going to clear up their wage bill times two, and we're going to give them money for the players. So I think
Yeah,
prospectively doing a deal that kind of benefits both parties
yeah,
is actually mutually agreeable
yeah.
for both parties involved. It's the same situation with PSG and Ugarte that it's boiling down to in this current moment. I think with Jadon Sancho, they're not going to get, Kvaratskhelia, and they're not going to get Osimhen at the same time. So if they can't get Kvaratskhelia, and I doubt AC Milan is going to release Rafael Leao, and I don't think he would want to go to France because AC Milan is in the Champions League as well. I don't think there's anything PSG is going to have
Yeah.
over AC Milan. They are one of the old ladies in Italy as well. So they got their trophies, one of the
But it's
biggest. They have more Champions League than PSG can dream about at the same time.
what's so interesting in this deal is that Manchester United is the spider in the web for some reason because we're dealing with those two clubs that both want players that we are dealing with. So basically, yeah, we want also Xavi Simons, the PSG player. Uh, then you see that PSG wants Desiree Doué that we wanted, but also Bayern wants Desiree Doué. So their fights in between. And what I'm saying is all we do is sit back and let them do the fighting. As what we said
Exactly.
in yesterday's stream, Mark, basically, when I said, like, let's say, pretend that I am the Bayern or PSG. We are in the late night club bar, and we are sort of chatting up, like, we're buying them drinks, we are serenading, and in comes Mark, the Manchester United, and say, look, 10 minutes left. He said, you want champagne, Moe? Let's go. Do you want to go home to my penthouse in a limo? Yes, let's go.
Yeah,
So that's what we're doing right now. We're just letting them wearing it out, and we're just going to go in and snap it up, right? So transfer
exactly.
market is very interesting how things are interlinked, right? So at the end of the day, this is what impresses me. We have properly footballing people that understands how to do negotiations, and that's very interesting. So yeah, Ugarte swap deal, Sancho. Yeah, I believe that's going to happen. They're not going to pay money, and it's a good solution. They don't have to fork up anything. If they want to pay for Desiree Doué, they have to pay, like, I don't know how much. There's going to be a bidding war, 20 to 30, 40 million. Cool. The money that they're actually getting for the Ligt and what do you call him, Maserati there, they're probably going to go for Desiree Doué, right?
100%.
And Jonathan Tah.
And Jonathan Tah. And that's the interesting. A lot of people, this one round in a lot of these clubs, they're a little bit forced to sell in all different conferences at the current moment. They're all finding it hard to splash the cash. And I think that's a good thing for football. Don't get me wrong. I love to see clubs battle in terms of with money and see these players. Oh, that's a 100 million player there. That's
Eh?
amazing. But at the same time, sustainability is key. Big up to you,
Yeah.
Chow or Ryan. Big up
All right.
all America
I'll be
fans as
back in
passionate.
a couple of minutes. I'm just going to make myself a coffee, and I'm going to let the cat out as well. If
No
you can hear it,
problem. Big
screaming
up.
to get out. Yeah.
Big up. Big up Charo Ryan, America United fans as passionate like those from Manchester United supporters. We just love the club, want this European Giants winning the silverware and dominating again. And of course, my bro, I'm from Trinidad, so it's all good. It's all good. We are all fans of Manchester United, no matter where you are from, equally. We are all fans, bro. I cannot understand why we're not talking about strikers. It's all about defenders and midfielders. Priority should be a striker. Story. I agree with you there. Yesterday I brought some news about an interest in a striker. I am not too sure we are willing to spend 40 million in that region of the pitch currently as we speak. Maybe some more outgoings might change that story because there have been some reports circulating again. I know, during the Euros, I've been talking about Maximilian Bayer from Hoffenheim, the young striker who scored 16 goals last season in the Bundesliga. A very talented individual, can dribble and pass very well, very good with the ball, can link up well as well. More of a fox in the box than the other two strikers that we have. He's an out-and-out goal scorer. So I'm thinking United might be in for this guy. Let's see how it progresses. I can't say for sure he's a priority, but I know we're definitely looking into the deal. Now, Hoffenheim is willing to do a deal with United in a sense. They have spotted one or two United players, including a youngster that they might be interested in bringing over to the club. So let's see how that progresses. I will keep that story updated for you daily. There's going to be some interest coming in, my bro. And let's be honest, bro, we needed to fix the defense mostly out of anything last season because we were critically destroyed by injuries in that region, guys. So I think it's pretty much, logical that we are focusing on the defense and the midfield for now. How would be good for United, Pedro Neto and Bakayoko? Well, Pedro Neto is definitely Premier League proven. He's going to be very interesting if we could get him in. I don't know if United are keen on getting him into the club. I know there are reports that Arsenal are in for Bakayoko, so I don't think United are really reaching there. And Donny Milan, I've been hearing some reports. I'm not too sure if it's Aston Villa and Tottenham, but I know there's some Premier League clubs in for him currently as we speak. You know what I mean? Who is that? Oh, you're talking about Xavi Simons when Mix was talking about him. Yeah, I think it would be a cool replacement. I don't think he can replace him this actual season, but maybe if he comes in and beds himself in the team and starts contributing, I think next season you might be seeing Bruno move on, and that might be something, even I would be disappointed there. But at the same time, progression is key for Manchester United, and we need to rebuild the squad and keep it moving because at the end of the day, United must win overall. You know, big up to you, Labo. Yeah, 100%. Just give me the light and pass to the low. Give it then to yeah. I mean, yo, so I feel I know who you is, bro. This dude is be watching the KG streams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give
for
me the
sure,
light.
for
Yeah.
sure. Right, with them rhymes you write in there, you be watching the KG streams.
No, so yeah, I mean, the interesting story with the Xavi Simons is he holds the power. Like it's been said that PSG don't want to sell him; they're willing to sell him next year. So whoever comes in with a good offer, but actually, even Fabrizio Romano was saying that it's like Xavi Simons decides by himself where he wants to go. So, of course, RB Leipzig they are keen to keep him, but will he like to stay? He probably wants to try a new experience, and Bayern Munich also wants him. So yeah, at the end of the day, the relationship with United been heavily linked with him before, so depends on what's going on. We get Jadon Sancho out, we might see, a Xavi Simons as a replacement. To be honest, Xavi can play both sides, right? He can also play in the middle, so I think he's a very exciting talent.
Hundred
You're,
percent, 100% there, And yeah, Campos is saying exactly what I'm thinking. We badly need the CB and DM in. We are about only
yeah,
one or two injuries away from Scott and Maguire starting
yeah,
there. And
exactly.
100%, I want to avoid
Yeah,
this situation.
can I talk about something regarding Casemiro? Because
100%.
be prepared that Casemiro might be staying for another year. That's what I've been hearing as well. Apparently, we're having difficulties to offload him, and we spoke about this yesterday. There are some implications. I mean, at the end of the day, might Saudi do a smart thing to come in at the very late window and just offering something scandalous? But even if we get Ugarte in, Casemiro will be part of the first team, but it's going to be a rotational, very expensive rotational player. What's your thoughts regarding that?
Oh, I'm not too mad if Casemiro stays.
He's great.
Of course, he has a wealth of experience, and now I know he's looked like his legs has gone last season, and I know a lot of fans are really concerned about him and what his performance is going to be and how it's going to affect and impact our games next season. But what I can say is looking at Toby Collier next to him in some of the preseason games gives me a little bit of hope for the situation.
Reinsurance.
And
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more looking at Toby as the young midfielder coming through that's going to just absorb all the information
Mm.
from Casemiro that he can. And Casemiro playing with him in some games, like in the Carabao Cup, like a constant run of games together, it's going to teach him a lot. His level is going
Yeah.
to go from here to here, at least in like 3 months. And I'm thinking
Didn't
having Casemiro, even if we have him until January, whether we have him until the end of the season, it's going to be very, very productive for the young midfielders in
yeah.
our team.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not just him. Dan Gore Jr. should be returning to training in like the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for these guys to absorb his experience, learn more. Ugarte is going to come in. Maybe Casemiro can give him some influence as well. Ugarte is only 23. He's still at an age where he can learn new things.
So
And
so you
Casemiro,
see him more like a Johnny Evans type, like just to be there as an
exactly.
influencer, a mentor. Yeah, it's cool. I agree. But I was thinking about it before I fell asleep last night that I wanted to bring to the stream today. What if Casemiro all of a sudden plays the number 8, more advanced forward?
I mean, it's one of those interesting
Because
things
he's
where,
good going forward. He's good in passes. He's good on coming in and header in the box as well. So,
as
I
well,
mean,
like,
defensively, he's not a number 6 anymore. He can't do that role.
true.
So then you look at okay, you play young Toby Collier, fantastic with Ugarte, and a little bit of a more advanced up forward is Casemiro, right? You still got that.
Possibly.
Mm.
It's gonna allow us to have some squad depth and able to rotate in different situations.
Onington.
I think having Casemiro will be important for places like the Europa Cup, Europa League that we're going to be playing. It's like a league. We have 8 games guaranteed to play before January 30th. So we're gonna need him. We're gonna need him. We're gonna need Toby Collier. We're gonna need every single player that we have available in the squad to contribute this
Mm.
season. If we want
Mm.
to go deep in the cups, there's also an FA Cup defense that we have to conjure up as well, and maybe even win a Carabao. I might be
Yeah.
sounding greedy, but I'm thinking top four Carabao win, FA Cup defense, and a Europa
Hundred
League.
percent, hundred
That
percent.
shows
And
the
what a lot
kickstart.
of people don't think, it's not our headache. To be honest, we are just supposed to be fans. It is not our headache. It's the club's headache. It's the team selecting the guys that select the team. It's their headache. Since when did we see that we have abundance of players to pick from, like in each position, right? What we're seeing here now in the US tour is a trial for the youngsters to see who can step up to the first team. And so far, what we've seen, everyone has been impressive. So I'm excited regarding that. But good morning to you, Jonathan, as well. Ugarte update, but Naima is saying as well, and Wizard is saying, I trust Ineos to do what? To be wise, because of the sign one mediocre player above the age of 23, and then rivals and players and agents will use. We see United is all talk. We'll see, Wizard. We will see. But so far, so good. Mark, I have something really, really new, interesting as well. Just came up from Laurie Whitwell as well regarding moving forward. We also Sophie Stadium. How impressed were you with Sophie Stadium? Wow, what a stadium!
I like I was
Yo,
telling you guys the screenshot that they have designed there. I was thinking I could do a better design than that. I've been doing that for a long time as well, and but it's really nice, to have to just see how they do things and the big screens that they have. We need that at Old Trafford. We don't have any in the stadium, and it would be
man, that
so nice
was
for us to have a
wow.
big screen there. That wraps around the
Wow.
stadium.
Wow, wow. It was so impressive. It was like a floating spaceship coming down there. And you have 360 degrees, whatever you're watching. The seating was perfect. This is a brand new stadium, but I just want to bring this to the stage as numerous reports been coming in. Laurie Whitwell just said it himself on Twitter just here right now. I'm going to add this to the stage and I'm going to tell you what's going on here because Manchester United aiming for 100,000 capacity Old Trafford with initial conclusion that the new stadium is the way to go. Task force is looking at finance plus appearance of ground on an
On the
agent's.
adjacent land.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants the full recommendation by the end of the year.
100%. This is what we want. I'm a little disappointed in the 100K. I was hoping for more like 120, 150 because I think we would still fill the stadium out week in, week out. That's just my feeling. I don't know how you guys feel in the comments, but I think if they made United Stadium 150K seats, it would be full every single match day. Of course, it would give me more opportunity to get tickets as well. I think that's more what I'm saying. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it's definitely something that has to be done. I as a fan, I may not be able to speak on this being a fan from Trinidad and Tobago. Definitely, Old Trafford has the history, but from what they have been saying, it's not going to be where they're taking down Old Trafford completely. They're going to reduce it to a one-tier stadium. They're going to have the youth teams and the women
Mm.
team play at Old Trafford, and right adjacent, literally 5 minutes from the edge of that stadium is where the new stadium will be constructed. And I'm like, yo, get it done. He was saying about a footballing entertainment park, something that's going to bring fans could come there, spend the day, have a good time, get food, have drinks, all these sorts of good things and interact with each other. I think that's going to be the way to go forward as well.
Yeah.
We need a new stadium, guys. Like
We
we
need a new we need a totally new facelift. We can't be the mighty old United, and I understand. If you look at what stadiums are there, I saw a picture when they actually compared. They put a Sophie Stadium, and next to it there was like Old Trafford with the floods running and leaking from the roof. And for me, there was a wake up call. It's like realization. Look, it's the face up. We are mighty United. We should have a brand new stadium, and you know, off we go. We're turning the page. I know there's a lot of history, but apparently the Old Trafford is gone way too far to do anything about it. They've done surveys. The ground is not stable. There's the railway around going there. This impossible. So it will cost them more to actually do refurbishment of Old Trafford than actually building a new. And don't you want like a Sophie Stadium, like what you see, like in the latest and greater with the latest technology, Wi-Fi connection? Everyone that's been to Old Trafford, you don't even have a Wi-Fi connection. It's
Bro,
shit.
your
Really,
Wi-Fi
it's shit.
dies. Your
Yeah,
Wi-Fi literally goes to death when you walk
yeah.
into the stadium, bro.
Embarrassment. If you go in there covering the games, like you got to sort of connect through your own, I don't know, hotspot or whatever. But it's absolutely shite. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
shite.
madness. It's a madness. And big up to you, Lemond, coming in from Tunisia. I have no current updates from Hannibal this morning for you, but I think at the midday show we will definitely have some updates on him. Big up to you, Chris
Yeah,
O'Hagan is coming in 100,000 seats. Wow. Yeah, it
yeah,
would be one of the biggest in Europe, at least
yeah.
100%. It's going to
Yeah.
be amazing.
Colosseum, Colosseum.
Yeah, Coliseum. I see Kamal Mohammed Gonto is coming in asking how bad is Euro's injury, guys,
4
prospectively, like I
weeks.
was discussing yesterday. I think the reports are going to come out in confirmation today. It's a hairline fracture so far, is what the worst report saying, and that's like a extreme muscle strain, guys. There's no
Yeah,
surgery needed. Rest is needed. It's going to be 3 to 5 weeks,
yeah.
and then he might be starting rehabilitation and go back on grass. Let's see how it progresses. He's a
But
young fella, very healthy guy, very fit, very energetic. So I would expect him to heal a little bit faster, but patience is key with that.
ladies and gentlemen, I just want to address something because I've been seeing on social, I've been seeing on other channels. This is not down to the medical department. This has got nothing to do with them. There was a lot of complaints about the pitch. So you strained your ankle. Yeah, that is down to the pitch for sure. Uh, like Rasmus Højlund's little small niggle, like, that happens, right? You're a fast athlete, you're running, and then you do the hard stop. Of course, everyone's going to pull a muscle eventually. But yeah, so for me, rest Leny Yoro, recover 4 weeks, might be. And so you might see him, like, in the beginning of the Charity Shield. And until then, we have coverage, because what is the tour? The tour is to get minutes into the belt of the players, right? So that's what it is, and
100%.
practice the patterns of play. Um, Despite the striker, we don't need any more striker. What do you reckon?
I'm not too sure about that. I think we can have a backup in place. That it's just how we're going to look at it. Like there's two options currently. I know there's lots of reports coming out about a striker. It possibly could be the young Maximilian Bayer, or it could be Ivan Tony. It's just one of
No.
those things.
Just in from Florian Plettenberg. Got you there. Despite other rumors, Manchester United currently does not plan to sign Ivan Toney. No concrete talks or negotiation about the deal with the 20-year-old striker for Brentford at this stage. Man United had other plans or are focused on other targets, according to Florian Plettenberg. Boom.
That
Bosch
I,
out.
Well, you see, it's the same thing I've been saying, because that's the same guy has been chatting and been
Yeah.
chatting and been
Who wants
chatting,
him?
and I've been listening and I've been listening, and he's been talking about this youngster in the last 2 weeks. Like he talked about him a lot during the
Beer.
Euros, but then he came back and he started talking about him in the last couple of days. And young Max Bayer is said to be of interest to Manchester United. Now, I can't guarantee you that we're going to go in for him, but the reports are if we are going in for a striker, he is one of the prime options that we have been looking at. We've been looking at him over the last season. Hoffenheim is also interested in having one or two possible players from Manchester United. So it might be a deal that we can get done. Now,
For
how
how
this
much?
deal
How much is
works,
the price, Mark? How much is the price?
currently he was rated from in the region of 30 million euros, but like Liverpool, as well as I think it's Atletico Madrid, as well as one other club, is also interested in getting this youngster to the table. So it's going to be one of those things where, for me, I think it's very possible that it might be something more
Interesting.
like 40 million euros, because they're
Yeah.
going to want more money because of all the interest. He scored 16 goals in the Bundesliga last season. Overall, I think he had 18 goals and 9 assists, something like that. So in all competitions, because he played in the Pokal as well. And he's a very young player. He just turned 21 like 2 weeks ago. So it's another young striker, but this striker it has a different set outlay.
Yeah.
He's
I
more of a
think I
fox in the
think that
box.
in that case, haven't watched much about him, but in that case, it will come at the end, right? The midfield will be sorted, the defense will be sorted, and then we look at other targets as bonus, I think. Regarding Ivan Toney, I totally agree. He's been talking trash, for way too long, and there's no clubs are kind of. He's getting desperate, right? There's not nobody's coming in because they assess the personality. Why would you talk trash when you're still contracted to Brentford? Like, I want out, this, that. Like, it shows you your mentality. Yeah, he's a good striker, but who will go in for him? Arsenal, Chelsea. Chelsea's doing like other things. Arsenal not even looking at him. Arsenal is talking to multiple targets, and will be Ivan Toney the case. I don't know, man. I don't know, but that's about it, Mark. For me, what I have on my radar, no Ivan Toney. I would say that keep your eyes on the midfield, Ugarte. Keep your eyes on Jadon Sancho swap deal with Ugarte. Keep your eyes on the movement regarding Bayern Munich for the Ligt and also Mazraoui as well. And we will see you to the next video, guys, as well. This has been Mark. We had our coffee. We are waking up together. We stretched our muscles a bit and just wanted to sort of advertise tonight, as per usual. It's Monday. That means buckle up for a Scorsese 2 hours plus with Jarvis Cocker and Jarvis's Corner. So on MUFC Realist TV, go check it out. This 9 o'clock p.m. UK time. And don't forget, guys, smash those likes button. Like for Mark on his channel, if you're watching, and on MUFC Realist TV. Mark, I just want to say we had a fantastic Sunday stream yesterday. Had 6,000 viewers yesterday watching live
Wow,
when we were live.
nice.
So yeah.
Big up, big up. And guys, last but not least, certainly not least before we go, I just wanted to bring this to the stage so you guys could see, like we're not just talking when the potential swap deal for midfielders is brewing between Manchester United and PSG. So like Sky is coming in saying that still the midfield is open. Well, Ugarte is likely to be coming in to close that gap. I've been thinking we definitely need a destroyer in there to be stopping that run, give teams that fear that they can't be running through our midfield. And well, Jadon Sancho is, of course, our attacking midfielder who plays off the left or the right. So it's going to be interesting to see if we get this deal done. It's very interesting, and I know, Labo, you've been asking, Ligt might stay at Bayern now because Ito broke his foot. But do not forget that Bayern Munich are heavily in talks to bring in Jonathan Tah. And they cannot bring in Jonathan Tah if they still have Ligt on the books. That's a big problem. So because Jonathan Tah is off to Bayern Munich, well, should be incoming, Matthias de Ligt has to be outgoing, and he's going to be coming to Manchester United. So with Ugarte, the brew is brewing, guys. It's going to be very soon where you get the
Yeah.
confirmation reports on Ugarte deal has been done. There's
Yeah.
obviously some other prospective options. As we didn't talk about Fofana. Milan, West Ham has launched a bid for him to get him. Because they're trying to supplement their midfield with the injury that they sustained to Edson Alvarez. Let's see how that progresses. United are still in there with a shout. Not too sure if we're going to
It's
progress because, as you know, Ugarte is our priority target. And if we're not going to be getting Ugarte, I think the other option would definitely be Subamendi. There have
yeah.
been reports coming out this morning that Man United will be keen to trigger his release clause should they fail in their acquisition of Manuel
No,
Ugarte. And just for good
guys.
vibes, just wanted to announce this. Rafael
Yeah, can I
Varane,
just share something with you before we go? Because
sure.
actually, it's quite interesting that people are not picking up on it. Because on the 18th, I did a report on this. Actually, you can see here on the 18th of July, where I say breaking Manchester United agree in personal terms with Manuel Ugarte. Contract discussion is 4+1. Player keen to move. United wants to, but I'm seeing here club to club talks continue with PSG for a solution. Loan with an option to buy is the strategy. Omar Barada is heavily involved with this. Jean-Claude Blanc, ex-PSG, involved in this negotiation. George Mendes is actively involved in this deal as well as intermediate. So that's what I wanted to say, guys. I did this on the 18th, and now we're seeing others. So I believe that the solution, what they're working, will be a swap deal, a loan swap deal.
100%. It's going to be happening. And yeah, it was a United definitely
I
should be
mean, there was
buying
there
the.
was a talk. There was a three-part solution. Like either if we can't meet it, we're gonna like loan him with an obligation to buy, or a swap deal is now also on the cards. So that's interesting, right?
Yeah. And I think the deal is going to get done. I always thought it was going to get done. I felt since United came out and said that he's their priority for the midfield, they are
Mm,
going to get their man. They made
yeah,
Xerxes their priority in attack, and they got him. They made Euro their priority in defense, and they got him. And I know
yeah.
some people might be worried with Ligt, but I think it's really Bayern that's delaying the Ligt deal
I
all
think
the time.
I
So
think
it's not really on United.
at the end of the day, I just want to tell everyone just be a little bit more patient because the club is working on different solutions which fits everyone. Like they've been working and negotiating with PSG for three different solutions. Now you're coming in with the breaking down Bayern who wants the 50 million. And we are also broken down Bayern to agree on 38 million plus the added on buying another player from them. I've been speaking to some Bayern fans and they are really salty regarding us taking both Ugarte and Mazarawi because they say they are our two best defenders, and it's like wow, cool. So just keep your powder dry. Enjoy the rest of the day. If something breaks, Mark and I will be live. Until then, I'm off, Mark. I gotta go. And big up for everyone that's tuning in. Smash that like button. Big up for Mark for setting this up, and I'm out.
Big up to you, Mick. Catch you later, bro. Guys, before I go, I just wanted to bring this to the stage. Just a little bit of an announcement. I know some of you might not be interested, but some of you might be. I know there are still Rafael Varane fans among us. And yes, Rafael completes a move to Syria on newcomers. Como. He should be announced today, joining forces with Cesc Fabregas, former Arsenal man. Let's see how his story continues in the Italian league. I'm also hearing some reports that Anthony Martial is set to join him at Como, so it's going to be interesting. Maybe you might see a gathering of the old Man United band at Como. So guys, this has been our presentation for you this morning. Big up for all of you joining me. It's been your boy, Mark and MUFC Fan. I've been streaming to MUFC Release as well as my own channel, Mark and MUFC Fan. Big up to Mick Ruby coming in and keeping me company, M&M on the mornings. A little bit of sweetness for your coffee, you know what I mean, guys? I hope you guys got a lot of information here this morning. I will be back at midday to bring you some more news somewhere in the region around 1 p.m. UK. You will definitely be seeing me here live with the update. Everything is breaking. Manchester United are moving fast. Contacts are being made and negotiations are still being talked about as we speak, guys. Now, a lot of news are going to take a little bit of the mid-afternoon to get in because, United are doing business from on location in the US currently in the Midwest region. So, guys, it's going to take a little bit of a time. Normally, I get all the news earlier, so I have a lot more stories in the morning, but some of it is trickling through. Now, United are still in the market. We're doing business. I can prospectively say to you guys that we're probably looking at 4 to 5 possible players coming in. Mazraoui, Ligt, Ugarte, maybe another left back, maybe another defender might be coming in. And there's also, if more sales and outgoings happen, a possibility for a young striker to come in Max Bayer. Guys, I hope you have a great day. Big up to you, Lucky Singh, coming in. Big up to you, Lee Parker. I hope you're well, my bro. Big up to you again, Wizard. Almac, definitely, I agree with you. We need 2 midfielders. So, guys, Amrabat is still on the cards. It's a deal that we're in talks to do. You can be hearing more information about it being completed in the next couple of days. Something like a 3 to 5 million loan option with an obligation to buy at the end. Of course, his contract would probably be ending, but I think Fiorentina would try to make the deal happen. They might have to sign him to a new contract. Hopefully, it doesn't get too difficult and dirty in that situation, but it's a deal we will do. It might just be taking a little time for that to be happening. Big up to you, Sky. Big up to you, Story. Big up to you, Jonathan Udom. Big up to you, Labo, for coming in. Hope you guys have a great day. Karina Mason, hope you have a great day as well. Kamal Muhammad, big up to you. Unmilia Mond, big up to you, bro. Chris Hagan. Guys, I hope you all have a great day. Najma Amin, big up to you as well. Big up to you guys. Compo Smurf, United is a red. Chow or Ryan, big up to you again coming in. Hope you guys have a great day. Stephanie Griffith, big up to you. Tom Charlton as well. Oyadeli Blessing, big up to you, my brother. Hope as well. Niall Kane, Momo, what's good, guys? Sandra Ramuta, guys, check out the after lunch update will be coming in around 1 p.m. UK. Maybe give or take a few moments, but I will definitely upload the stream in advance so you can look for the update. Hit those notification bells so you can see whenever we're live again. And don't forget, guys, smash a like on your way out. Leave a comment in the non-live section if you're not watching us live. And guys, we will definitely be replying to everything on as Manchester United moves in this window. Big up to you, Anaru Hakim, Ab Halim. Hope you're well, broski. Yeah, man. A lot of things are coming. I'm about to end the stream, guys, but thank you so much for you guys joining us, and thank you for all your support. Road to 1K is here, and we're marching along. Help me get there, guys. Help the community grow. Let's keep it moving forward. And United as well. They're doing moves. Take a step back, guys. Let the structure work. They've been working well. There's another possible guy coming in. A lot of people haven't been speaking about it, but I think we just hired a transfer specialist who is specialized in doing loan deals. I will be bringing more information on that to you guys a bit later on. He is said to be very, very good. He's joining Manchester United, and his name is Michael Appleton. He was set to join us over the weekend. So, guys, maybe you can see possible speed up in the market and Manchester United dealings going forward. Big up to all of you joining me again. It's been your boy. Pleasure to bring the stream and update to you guys as always. And I will be seeing you a bit later. Bye for now. Oh.